What's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here continuing to cook up this NBA action, man. Y'all know we do. We're on the jam session. We cook up every single game, every single day, man. I'm back. Man, I was listed as out, and then day to day, and then questionable due to illness, man. I had COVID for like the fourth straight time, man. That sickness continues to kick my ass. Oh my God, man. They sent the man after me, man, and he tried to do it to your boy, man. He tried to do it to me. He had me down and out, feeling terrible. But I'm feeling better, man. Way better. I'm medicated. And I'm ready to be back to regular scheduled programming, ready to get back to kicking the crap out of the books. I appreciate all y'all that sent me the kind messages. They were saying, Jay, we need you. We miss you, man. Can you come back? And I'm back today, man. No longer questionable. I'm in. And we're back to regular schedule programming, back to kicking the crap out of the books, betting hoops, man. Money making Wednesday. Got a really good card today in the NBA today as well, man. And I'm ready to break it down and do what we do. What have I missed since I've been gone, man? A lot, really. It's been some good hoops going on over the last few days. The biggest thing is, I would say, not even a hooper be in the NBA, kinda, in the G League, but LiAngelo, we got the NBA rocking right now. I might swerve in that corner. Whoa, whoa. Oh, my goodness, man. That shit's hilarious, bro. Money making Wednesday, though, ladies and gentlemen. I was betting despite the sickness. Of course, you know, I have long-term clients that have bought packages and things of that nature from me. So if I'm ever gone or anything like that, I will always have plays at Pickdawgz Premium. The play of the day's steady been hot. We've been keeping it rolling there. Overall, we've been kind of, you know, trying to find our way, navigate our way through. A lot of bad beats is what it's been. It's all it's been. But, you know, it's the name of the game. We'll go on a run here really soon. Start it today. Let's start it today. I appreciate y'all more than y'all know. That's what I want y'all to know. I appreciate y'all more than y'all know. Continue to bear with your boy. And without further ado, man, let's do what we do. We just kick the crap out of the books, betting hoops. Let's hop right into tonight's NBA action. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's do it. First game of the day is the game of the year. Oh, my goodness, man. Look at the game we have here. We got the best team in the West, the Oklahoma City Thunder Buddies. We got the best team in the East and number one record team overall in the Cleveland Cavaliers. We got the two best ATS teams in the NBA in the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Oklahoma City Thunder Buddies. Man, both teams coming to this one. Cavs have won 10 games against the West. They've lost 0. Oklahoma City has won 11 games against the East. They've lost 0. The Cavs have won 10 straight games. Oklahoma City has won 15 straight games, man. Game of the year. I'm pumped up, excited to watch this one tonight. I don't want to overcomplicate it, man. Right now, the line is Cleveland laying 2.5. I'm going to take Oklahoma City outright on the money line. This game comes down to a couple things for me. I think the Thunder are just the better team. There's not many teams I think better than Cleveland. Only 3 teams I think are better than Cleveland. A healthy Dallas Mavericks, the Oklahoma City Thunder Buddies, and the Boston Celtics. I think those are the only 3 teams better than Cleveland. The Thunder, I think their defense is better than Cleveland's defense. And that's been the key point for Oklahoma City this season, defense. I think they play better defense than Cleveland does. And ultimately, I think the best player on the floor in this basketball game is on the Thunder. And right now, that is the MVP right now for me currently this season in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I'm on the Oklahoma City Thunder Buddies outright on the money line. Better defense, better team, best player on the floor. That puts me on the outright money line. We know the Thunder are a money-making team as well. They're our favorite money-making team. I see no reason to doubt them here. I see no reason to doubt them here. Huge ESPN game for this team. I think this is kind of an MVP game for Shai, where he lets the league know I'm the real deal. I'm on Oklahoma City outright money line. I have no negative words to say about Cleveland. There's nothing negative to say about this team. I just think they're playing a team that's better than them tonight. And there won't be too many times this season where we can say that. Give me the Thunder Buddies outright on the money line here in our first game of the day. Let's keep it rolling. Next game up We're in Indiana, where the Pacers are 5.5, 6-point home favorites over your Chicago Bulls. Man, no need for me to really overcomplicate this one. I'm on the Pacers. I'm laying the points in this one. I told you guys 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, a month ago, keep an eye on the Indiana Pacers. This team is about to return to the team from last season. To start the season, I understand they were terrible. They were banged up. Halliburton was playing like shit. And overall, they were just looking like a bad basketball team. But even then, I was saying, hold on, man. Don't write them off yet. Do not write the Pacers off yet. They were one of the best offensive teams ever. One of the best offensive teams in NBA history a season ago. You don't fluke into that. They didn't do that by accident. You have to earn some shit like that. And I think the Pacers, they started to show me those exact same signs and tendencies from that team recently. And I think a lot of people still think they're the team they were from earlier this season. You look at their full season numbers, they're 19-18 on the season. You know, that scares a lot of people away. But they're back. They're back. They're back to the team that was in the Eastern Conference Finals last year, is all I'm saying. And there's a reason they're this sizable of favorites over Chicago. Even though Chicago has been playing really well in their own right. Shout out the Bulls. They've been playing well. They've won 4 of their last 5. But honestly, the Pacers are just a terrible matchup for Chicago. They're a bad matchup. They do not match up well with Indiana. And I think that's why we see the Pacers flood them tonight, with or without Halliburton. I do see him listed as game time decision. Don't move the needle for me. With or without him, I'm on Indiana. I think they absolutely flood Chicago in this spot, in this situation. Keep your eye out on them Pacers, man. They're back. I'll lay the points with them here in this spot, in the situation. Let's keep it rolling. Next game up. Got the Philadelphia 76ers laying 10.5 points on the Washington Wizards. Total 221.5. This is my least favorite game of the night. I'm not betting this thing. I wouldn't bet this game with your money. I tried to bet the Wizards yesterday. I thought it was a good spot for them at home, at the crib. Bounce back game that also happens to be a revenge game. We know the Rockets, not that great of an ATS team on the road. Wizards did compete early in the game, and then they just died on the vine late in that game. It wouldn't shock the hell out of me if they did the exact same thing in this game tonight. Forced to play this game, I would lean towards the Wizards. There's no way in hell I'm looking to lay 10.5 points with the overrated, overvalued Philadelphia 76ers. Especially no Paul George, no Joel Embiid, Kyle Lowry out, Andre Drummond game time decision. Not looking to lay this many points with the 76ers. The Wizards are terrible. The Wizards are a bad basketball team, but we're getting double digits in our back pocket, fading one of the more overrated teams in the league, missing 2 of their best players and some depth. I'd rather be on the Wizards team getting points. I know they're on the back end of a back-to-back with travel. Again, least favorite game of the night. I wouldn't bet this game with your money, but forced to bet it. The play here in this one for me would be the Washington Wizards getting points. Let's keep it rolling. Next game up, we're in New York, where the Knicks are 11.5-point home favorites over the Toronto Raptors. The Knicks, man, they've been free falling recently. They've lost 3 straight games: Oklahoma City, at Chicago, and at home to Orlando. I think this is a solid bounce back spot for the Knicks, though. I don't think they're overrated and overvalued in this situation. I think the number is exactly where it's supposed to be. And I think the Knicks handle business. They've beaten the Raptors in back-to-back games this season. First one was 113-108 on the 9th of December. The most recent one was 139-125 in New York on the 23rd of December. So really not that long ago. I think this game looks more like that second game where the Knicks just beat up on them. They need a solid bounce-back spot. I think they get it tonight. Keep an eye out on the injury report. Karl-Anthony Towns is game time decision, but I'm going to lean towards the Knicks plus the points in my back pocket. The Raptors, they have been a money-making machine this season, but I mainly trust them as home underdogs, not away. Give me the Knicks. Solid bounce-back spot for them. They should take the Raptors behind the woodshed in this spot and situation. Let's keep it rolling. Next game up, we're in Brooklyn, where the Nets are 8.5-point home dogs with the Detroit Pistons rolling in. Shout out to Pistons, man. Let's say that. Shout out to Pistons. They've been much improved this season. 500 basketball team right now, 18-18. This team has been much improved this season, and they're playing good basketball. They've won 4 straight games, beat up on Portland, Minnesota, Charlotte, and Orlando. Playing really good basketball right now, but they're coming off of a little significant homestand. Of course, those 4 straight wins were all at home in Detroit. I'm not looking to lay 8.5 on the road with the Pistons. I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm on the Brooklyn Nets plus the points in this one. Bounce back spot at home. That also happens to be a revenge game. Pistons did beat up on Brooklyn in Brooklyn earlier this season. It was on the 3rd of November. I think the Nets come in here and compete. I want the points in my back pocket. Not saying the Pistons aren't the better team. Not saying the Pistons aren't playing the better basketball. It's just a play on the spot and situation. And low-key, I feel like if you're laying 8.5 points on the road with the Pistons, you're asking for it. You feel me? Like, you're asking for it. You need the Pistons to win by basically double digits on the road. You're asking for it. Not saying they can't, not saying they won't. I'm just saying you're asking for it. And the Nets, still a money-making team this season, a profitable team this season. If you bet the Nets, you've made money. I think this is just one of those spots you got to hold your nose and bet Brooklyn. So that's what I'm going to do. Give me the Nets plus the points in the bounce back spot at home. It also happens to be a revenge game. We keep it rolling. Next game up, we're in New Orleans where the Pelicans are 2.5 point home favorites over the Portland Trail Blazers. Hey, I'm on Portland outright on the money line here in this one. I think the line tells us everything we need to know. I'm just taking the better team playing the better basketball, the team with more wins this season. And that's the Portland Trail Blazers. They've been the better basketball team all season long. New Orleans, overrated and overvalued. Zion's back, so they're even more overrated and overvalued. Last night, they didn't even cover in that game. I know Zion had a little stretch of playing well, but they didn't cover in that game. And I don't think they cover tonight. Not on the back end. You see how terrible they've been in ATS full season. And I think they're just a fade until they give us a reason not to fade them. So I'm on Portland outright on the money line. Portland has beaten them in 2 of the 3 meetings this season, and I think they close it out 3-1. I'm on the Blazers outright money line here in this one. Let's keep it rolling. Next game up, we're in Denver where the Chicken Nuggets are home dogs with the Los Angeles Clippers rolling in. Clippers laying 2, total 226.5. Clippers starting to get healthy, man. Kawhi Leonard's back in the fold, and this team, they're looking kind of scary, but as I always say, when Kawhi's back in the fold for the Clippers, 9 times out of 10, they're overrated and overvalued. The Clippers should not be a favorite in this game. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. I know Denver lost last night. They didn't look as bad as you would think they would without their best player, the MVP candidate, in Nikola Jokic. I'm on the Nuggets, man. They go stupid, dummy, crazy at home, at the crib. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Jokic is game time decision for tonight's game. Keep an eye out on that. Keep an eye out on Jokic to play tonight. He missed last night with an illness. Honestly, though, with or without him, I'm on Denver in this spot. The Clippers overrated, overvalued, and the Nuggets, they're 6-0 last 6 games on a back end of a back-to-back. This team has played really well in this situation. It's weird, but that's who they've been. So I'm just going to trust the spot, trust the situation. I trust Denver in Denver. They've won 6 straight games on the second leg of a back-to-back. And the Clippers, when Kawhi's on the floor, is overrated and overvalued. I think all the signs here for me point to Denver, plus the points, and outright money line. Here in this last and final game of the night, we're in Milwaukee where the Bucks are 4.5 point home favorites over the San Antonio Spurs. Total 226.5. I'm on the Spurs plus the points, and I want to take them outright on the money line. I think the Spurs have a legitimate chance to come in here and win this game outright. Milwaukee, I have not liked what I've seen from these boys recently. They've lost back-to-back home games. They lost to Portland. They lost to Brooklyn. They did win their last game, beating up on Toronto on the road, but even before that, they've lost 3 straight home games because they lost to Brooklyn in back-to-back home games. So this is a team that's lost 3 straight home games. San Antonio, I think, has a legitimate chance to come here and win this game outright. Milwaukee's also struggled against the Southwest Division. We talked about that on 7 free picks in just 5 minutes. I'm on San Antonio here. I want to attack some plus money with these boys. Milwaukee, y'all know me, is a fade 9 times out of 10. Anyway, San Antonio is up and coming this season. Wemby, Huge statement game for him, ESPN style game for him, going up against a former MVP in Giannis. Kind of a, hey world, look at me style moment. Last time we seen the Spurs in this moment was on Christmas Day, where they played the Knicks really competitively. I think we get something similar here tonight from San Antonio. I'm on the Spurs plus the points and outright money line here in our last and final game of the night. And that's going to conclude this episode of my NBA Jam Session. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you that continue to tune in and watch this video. I'm glad to be back, man. I'm glad to be back off of sickness. Money making Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen, man. Let's do what we do, which is kick the crap out of the books, betting hoops. Appreciate all the kind messages and things of that nature over the last couple days. Let's get back to regular schedule programming, man, which is kicking the crap out of the books, betting hoops. Of course, I got an NBA Player of the Day for y'all. We've hit 29 of 46 on that play. You can scoop it up over at Pickdawgz Premium, or you can hop on something long-term as we look to turn a profit over a significant amount of time like we have continuously done here betting the NBA. It's for your guy, Jay Briggs, man. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'm out of here. Peace.